So this study is basically cancer screening patterns in LGBTQ plus individuals versus the non-LGBTQ plus individuals. So as we know, LGBTQ plus individuals, they face specific disparities, lack of access to screening because of multiple reasons, given that they have the fear of discrimination, stigma associated with their gender identity. That is why they don't opt to screen, and this is well known in the literature. That is why we came up with this research question. Uh, are there any significant disparities between the LGBTQ plus populations and non-LGBTQ plus population when it comes to cancer screening in the US? To answer this research question, we utilized the database from CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, to create a cross-sectional study. Yes. So as I mentioned, we utilized the Center for Disease Control Prevention database, the Behavioral Risk Factor Screening Survey, the BRFSS. So this is an annual telephonic survey in which they call about like 400,000 people and get information specifically about three things. Number one is the demographic factors like age, gender, and the other socioeconomic status, like what income slab do you fall in, or what race or ethnicity do you belong to or identify yourself. And also they have a sexual orientation and gender identity module in which they ask specific question: are you lesbian? Do you identify yourself as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or heterosexual? So after collecting this data, they also ask the specific question about cancer screening behavior. They are very objective, like have you ever had a mammogram, have you ever had a cervical cancer screening, or have you ever had a colonoscopy? So we took all this data and we did the statistical analysis. The descriptive we described with mean and median, while the to find if there is any significant difference in proportion of colonoscopy screening, mammography screening, we utilized the chi-square test, Fisher exact test, and we went further to test association with logistic regression. All these times p-value less than 0.05 was considered statistically significant. Okay, so clinical implications for this study is, we found in our study that there are significant disparities between the LGBTQ individuals and non-LGBTQ individuals, meaning that certain populations in LGBTQ individuals, they are less likely to opt in for the screening. For example, we found that bisexual individuals, they are 5 times less likely to get screened for mammogram versus the heterosexual individuals. So getting the result from the study, it implies that we need to form more policies or do more intervention to promote this particular subgroup to get the mammography, get the colonoscopy, and get the cancer screening behaviors. Yes, so that's pretty much it. As I said, like we concluded that the LGBTQ plus population, they face significant disparities versus their heterosexual peers. So targeted interventions can help in bridging these gaps and bridging these knowledge gaps.